Let's go. Wait. Hold up, Q. Yeah. Feel like I'm at the tippy top.
Hey, yo, North Philly, County Mac.
It's your boy Pharmacist, 4th Street Park.
It's your boy Shanethedribblemachine, Bronx, New York.
It's your boy Hot Sauce ATL.
So fellas, we've been on some of the hottest cities, right? Which city is your favorite city?
Favorite
Hey,
city?
I'm gonna keep it funky. I don't give a shit. I'm married.
What's your
I used to
what,
base-
what
relax,
city?
nigga,
What,
relax.
what was your favorite
don't-
city?
All
Basketball-wise.
of them.
All of which one?
All of them.
We talking about basketball
Basketball.
wise.
Yeah,
Basketball
yeah,
wise.
yeah. What
Why you
city-
say you was married?
What city loved you the
What
most?
type of shit you got going
All
on?
of
He didn't
So I'm married.
write in the rated R.
I'm married now.
Not which biddy, which
Yeah.
city.
What city? Basketball wise.
Australia.
Damn, I was
I
gonna say
didn't
that
know
too.
Australia was a city. Okay. Australia.
It's just,
yeah.
I think that because Australia is
different.
more like America, so when we go there, it's easier for us to like adapt to what's going on. Like we can move out, move around by ourselves,
Yeah.
go eat, chill, mall, stuff like that. And then you get somewhere like Germany, and it's like the language different. 50 keeps talking about the sausages.
You freaky.
The sausages is swinging.
So the overseas, so 100%
Well,
overseas definitely.
Australia
Overseas
or Japan.
stores
I like
definitely
Japan.
Brazil.
Yeah.
I like
Shit.
I like Brazil for the fact, like you said, we played one game with 13,000.
And then they
And then the
made
next
another
day,
game.
It showed
I think it was
up,
like 2 days later. It was like, y'all want to do another game? I was like, all right, we can do another game. And it was like, I think the first game was like 18,000.
Yeah.
The second game was like 12,000.
Yeah.
So the people that couldn't get in the first game came on that. I think we played Saturday night, and then it was a Monday. It was like
But
a regular
now
Monday.
speaking in the States, I'll go with Houston and Atlanta.
Yeah, I love Chicago.
I like New York.
I was about to say,
Yeah, I was
about
the
to
same.
say
I mean,
New
I just
York.
like Chicago because I think like they just like every time you go there, it's like always a game. Like it's never been.
yeah, it was always a
It's
a
always
game.
a game.
As far
more
as competition wise,
Yeah,
Yeah, Chicago,
we got the Shaw, we got
LA,
DC,
New York, DC. Yeah.
LA.
LA.
Yeah, I'm from Philly, but Philly's always trash.
Yeah.
Cause niggas don't want to come out. LA, yeah, because with Kenny and them, they all wanted to come out. What was another city? Was it Oakland's always good too?
Yeah, Oakland.
Yeah, Oakland.
Yeah,
Yeah, Oakland
they got
some shit.
balls. Oakland. Like
First of all, before you
Wow,
start that,
story.
Sauce is married, so you can't talk about it.
No, we got a story that don't have nothing to do with it. It have to
Oh,
be.
Sauce, yeah, because Sauce took like a year off. This fucking diva.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this fucking movie.
You're
I
not
hate
a
this
wild
fucking
story.
movie.
Oh yeah, that's the wildest story. They go wild story. A great story. So bring it up. So it's the crossover movie.
But he's fucking married, so I can't really say.
The crossover movie. Bring it up, Paul.
So we in Detroit and Sauce is on set. So he's like, yo, y'all, you here? I'm like, yeah. You like, need to come down to set. So that's what he kept saying, yo, we going down to set. I was like, oh man. First of all, we used to be out, whatever in Detroit, like out. Said, man, I ain't coming down there. But Sauce is married, so I get, man, fuck Sauce. So Sauce was like, man, there's so many bitches on this set. Like, oh, damn. You married? It was like 30 years ago. You can't get mad about that.
Hold on. Before you continue, hold on. Let me hit my man knee, because his knee going like this
Yeah.
crazy. Under
But
the
that's 30 years ago. You can't get mad about that.
Give a fuck
You
about that
fucking
shit,
hot sauce. Philip Champion. So yeah, him leaving, and then that summer that we went to Detroit was amazing. Like it was.
Is that the movie, the set? No. Let's talk about the story when they were showing the movie. And Sauce was there, and everybody was.
That wasn't about Sauce. It was about.
No, that had nothing to do with Sauce.
Yeah,
but
it was
just
about them trying to force
the crossover.
us to. And I was like, when I sat there, I was like, Mark was like, why y'all mad? I said, I'm not mad. I'm just saying, like, we're not involved in the fucking movie, so why the fuck do we have to do a
whole appearance.
whole thing? Like, Sauce could have did that shit with whoever he wanted to do it with, and still would have been on the TV show. So I was like, yo, why we had to? First of all, this is what happened.
So wait.
I'm saying the truth.
Y'all gotta start keeping it real, man. I'm talking about watching the movie, and the guys I was saying,
No,
watching
I'm
the
about
movie
to tell you
saying,
why.
oh, that's me.
Yeah.
That's my part. The
But it
guy
wasn't
jump
none
over
of
the
that.
motorcycle, man, go, oh, that's my part.
Your makeup.
The guy do something, and you go, Yo, I'm out of here, man. That's
So my point was, and
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
petty.
stop being political.
This is petty of me, Sauce. I was kind of mad because I had flew a chick
Oh God.
from LA to Atlanta.
Okay.
And Lisa made us go to this shit. I'm like, Lisa, like, she literally, like, just landed. I got to get her from the airport. Like, why we got to go. We still got to go. I'm like, this bitch bad. Like, what the fuck are we doing? But, you know, that was 20. Is that 20 years ago?
yeah.
Yeah, like 22 years ago.
As the stories continue, you all know why Ayo is single and his relationship.
First of all,
is
I'm not
fucked
single.
up.
I'm on a matter of fact, let me get it on my phone right now.
Every story is he's flying.
At the
a
end of the day, as we
chicken.
filming this,
Every story he's flying.
as
a
we filming
chicken.
this, it's still Valentine's Day, and I'm trying to get my lady these flowers. That's my lady.
That's your lady. Let me see her.
Fellas,
That's Rob.
So if you
fellas,
hold on, so if you see this as I'm
fellas.
podcasting, I'm getting you your flowers and stuff
You think?
for Valentine's Day.
This tells me a
Hold on,
story. got
because
some
I
story.
love you.
There you go. There we go.
So
Now,
y'all just
now
want some
is right.
stories,
That
period,
part.
right? All right. My rookie year, you know, I got introduced to N1. You know, I met Ayo for the first time in I think it was Ron Kotorzak.
Yeah.
It's Tarzan.
Kotorzak, yeah. So
No,
he took it to the
I
N.
don't think Ron was there at that point. That might have been Dave.
His
Vincent.
story.
What's
Dave,
The
it
nigga,
was somebody.
The nigga was on. What was his name? Dave from Chicago. I always thought he was.
So he took me to the N1 office and he told me to go back and just grab whatever you want. You know what I mean? Welcome to the family. Man, I went back to the tape room, the tapes they was gonna film the tapes, and stole all the tapes.
Stole my tapes.
I stole AO
All the
tapes,
tapes.
all the tapes, and they was
my
looking for them
tapes.
for years, and I got them right at my house. So that was a secret, you know that.
And Sauce used to call me and be like, "Yo, you see this right here?" And I'd be
He'll
like,
show you a video, right?
of me. in '94, I'm like, yeah, the kids, yeah. Sauce.
Like, how you get that?
Yeah, Sauce
From the
definitely,
office.
Sauce definitely had a whole bunch of tapes in his
I'm
crib.
glad you start talking. I thought you was dead.
Because I didn't know what y'all was doing and what we was
We
talking
wasn't
about.
doing anything.
I don't know which way y'all was going with it.
Still to this day, I got those same tapes.
Let's
No,
ask the questions
Sauce
for
rookie
y'all.
year, hey, yo, Sauce rookie year. They telling us about some house
They
sauce.
didn't tell us anything.
So house sauce.
Let's be real.
Shaw,
I'm gonna tell you the story.
Me and Ayo.
I'm gonna tell you the story.
Me and Ayo was just sitting around chilling.
So Shane don't like me or don't know me, don't give a fuck. It's our first game is here in LA Southwest. I get in the fucking car service, tell me go to JFK. So I'm about to beat them. So I knew Shane a little, not really, but I didn't know Maine,
We played
I knew
against each
Headache
other,
played each
Ayo.
and I knew Biz a little bit. So
We
I
played
fall
against
asleep.
each other.
The car stopped. I'm like, oh shit, we're at the airport. Main event jumps
Y'all
in the
was
car,
baby
and he look
food.
at me like, who the fuck is this nigga? Cool. Gets to the airport. We all kind of get a little kind of like, we just talking this shit back and forth. We get to the hotel. We walk into the hotel. What was that hotel? It was like right off the beach. And this motherfucker is dribbling in the lobby. So me and Shane sitting talking. He dribbling, Sauce is dribbling in the lobby. Cool. So like, play the game. He do his off the wall shit, whatever like that.
No, we go
And
to the
there's like-
open run in Chicago. We go to the crash.
No, it was a crash record on Venice, and he did the.
Nah, it was Chicago.
No, the first game was L.A.
First introduction for me was Chicago.
No, it
So-
wasn't. It was L.A. With Bone. That's why Bone didn't like
when I
us
first met
because
him.
the first game was
No,
L.A.
but well, for my first introduction for Sauce, I remember was in Chicago when
My
we
man.
went to that dirty
If you look at the
Rainbow
mixtape,
Park.
Rainbow Park and Sauce.
No.
When Sauce first was the Flintstones.
Shane, we had our first game was at L.A. Southwest College when we met Sick, and Sauce did the
Chicago
between the
was
league
next.
shit. Chicago was next.
Next city.
Oh, you ain't do
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You ain't do
He did the boomerang, but he did the.
But you was light in LA.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
really show out.
Yes, he did.
I ain't show everything.
Nah, no, he didn't.
Not everything.
I would remember.
But remember, he did the boomerang on Venice.
Yeah, but he ain't really show out.
So we get to
Rainbow
Chicago.
Park.
Fuck all that. We get to Chicago, and I'm like, me and Shane talk. I'm like, yo, I can't keep calling this motherfucker hot sauce. So Shane was like, I said, yo, what's your name? He was like, Philip. I said, yeah, I ain't calling you that. We gonna just call you Sauce. Like, fucking Philip. Yo, remember he lost his mind in LA? When we was in LA again, when the little kid came in, he was like, oh man, I love you, Philip Champion. It was me, you sick. He was like, you call me that again, I'm getting a believer. I said, what the fuck you think you is? Like, what the fuck? The kid was like, I love you, Philip Champion. He was like, my name Hot Sauce. You can't call me that.
That's when Foreign brought you to his house, to the neighborhood. To his block.
Was it 2003, 2002?
2000,
Yo, remember Farm was in love with Beanie Siegel?
2002.
Farm and Beanie Siegel was like they was about to go rob people.
Brought Farm out, and then Farm brought me out.
Yeah.
Farm, remember you was loving
Beanie
Siegel,
was
yo.
his
was about
man,
to-
nah, like,
yeah, they was gonna go rob
Farm
people.
was the only N1 player that was walking around with the state property chain.
I
In the
remember that.
Bronx.
Why do you
I
give it
remember
back?
that.
Yo, no, look. So I came
Hold on,
home.
why
I
you give
remember
it
that
back?
Farm.
You gave it
Farm got this big ass state property chain on. Hey, yo, look. And all I said to myself was, yo, yeah, you down with state property now?
You know what makes it so funny? Shay? I see Siegel out like a month later. Like, yeah, you know, Farm, my man, blah, blah. I said, nigga, you never gave me an SP chain. Like, what the fuck? I'm from Philly. Like, what the fuck is going on?
That's my boy.
Go ahead, Javon, ask your dumbass questions. Hold on, let's ask you a question. Why don't we have any of those? So basically, like, intensity as far as a city that we wouldn't think would be one of those cities. So it's always Chicago, New York, Philly, LA. But because we on tour is a difference. So I guess before the like the bus stuff and the TV show stuff, the most different like cities were probably like I think Boston was good, but it was like so you understand like when we were dealing with the tour, there's already 5 or 6 players that's ride with us that can help those cities plus the TV people, so that really don't count. But like I'm saying, like Boston was good that one year. I think it was like Cleveland or Columbus, Ohio was like
Detroit.
yeah, Detroit. Like so we just we you know, Springs. We literally playing against guys that's really from there and not 3 or 4 TV people. So
LA,
like
LA was good.
LA was good, yeah.
LA had about 8 hoopers. I
Yeah.
mean,
so that's when Sick came. Yeah, that was.
I mean, most of the cities that had other streetball legends.
Yeah.
The question is whatever street city that we went to that had legends that were considered like us.
L.A.
LA, right? You had Bad Santa,
Yeah.
who's a legend
Smart.
on every level. DC,
Prime.
you had Prime, you got Shaq, you got Silk from Baltimore.
Shane hate white chocolate.
No, I never.
Oh, yeah, white
nah,
chocolate.
I white chocolate.
Propaganda.
Probably.
Yeah. 25 years later. That's hey yo, wanna hey yo, I didn't
It's
like
on
you.
TV, nigga. You cursed him out.
I didn't like you, hey yo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's
No.
how it was. And so we like.
No, that's the problem. Wait,
So one thing about this-
Wait, that's good.
Go ahead.
Good segue.
Yeah,
Segue.
'cause-
So what we talking
Because
about?
I'm really saying
About basketball today.
Yeah,
What's
'cause-
missing with the youth about basketball today is
about
what
competing.
changes.
Yeah.
The competition is
Yeah.
growing up. It was
And who the
it-
fuck is you?
it
I was saying them shit like, who the fuck is you?
It was okay not to like Ayo. It was okay not to like Sauce. It was okay not to like Farm when we playing. Like, that's what's missing with the game to now. Like, not to say about all the influencers, how friendly they are
Yeah.
and cool and all that. Not to change subject, but that's the difference of the
Yeah,
competition.
because I be
of
watching that
streetball.
YouTube shit. You're not busting my ass and shake my hand. Get the fuck away from me. But in that context, it's still the same as like what Shane's saying. Like, this shit, the way it became organically is fucking crazy because you probably can never do that. You put about 12 motherfuckers on the bus that didn't know each other and said, go make some shit up. Like,
all from in
you
the
do
city.
some stuff like
it's
all
from in the city.
So like Shane, Main Biz, Kraft at that time. Well, Kraft never got on the bus, but Shane, Main Biz, Headache. They know each other. Then you throw me and Sauce in, which they don't know me, they don't know Sauce, I don't know Sauce,
But-
so I'm still looking at him.
Yeah.
And then
It ain't that, yo. It ain't that we know you now. Is we start out with 5 New York guys.
yeah,
And now we got a Philly guy.
and then we got
You know-
Atlanta guy.
you know, but you gotta remember before the tour, how many people we knew from Philly. If you didn't go to college in
No,
Philly,
none.
you know, so you
Y'all
wouldn't
knew
know.
Pooh.
So
Y'all knew Pooh.
We knew our people. Then we go to
No, who
Atlanta.
played in Rucker?
Yeah, I knew.
Pooh and
But then we got our sources from Atlanta.
yeah.
We don't really. Only thing we know about Atlanta is Kenny Anderson went there,
Yeah.
but far as street ball
Yeah.
level, so and then for some reason again we all come from the umbrella of Rucker Park.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
and the stigma of that is this is how street ball supposed to
be,
look,
yeah.
supposed to be. But now we not understanding it. But yeah, Philly got their own street ball
Yeah.
way, and Philly this how it is in Philly. In Atlanta, they got their own. They ain't
Run
in
and
a
shoot.
park in Atlanta.
Run and shoot.
They ain't run and shoot. You know what
Run
I'm
and
saying?
shoot was a shit, yo.
So I think that
Chris, you never been to Run and Shoot?
hey, yo,
That
that's
shit
what I
was
think
crazy,
what-
dog.
what combin- the
A big ass
combination of
supermarket with
everything.
like
He just switched-
12
he
courses
just
and
switched
motherfuckers
the
just playing all
podcast
day.
and
Shit was
talking to
crazy.
Chris.
Huh?
You just went the whole subject, started talking.
Man, fuck
about
Chris.
this,
There you go.
Yo, so farm. So you being from
Yo, we're gonna cut AO all the way out this segment because he going right, left, upside
Segway,
down.
Shane. Segway.
Rucker Park meant a lot to me as a kid. I used to get off the train and walk across the street to the park and watch guys play. And I used to be on the fence. And I used to be like, at halftime, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to just shake some people up. So I used to do stuff like that.
But Dykeman was like the shit back then too, right?
No.
So
Dykeman was
Dykeman was on his way.
right.
Dykeman was on his way up,
All right.
right? And then this.
But all your highlights from Dykeman is like it's popping.
So what?
Here's the truth. No, here's just the truth. Dykeman, this was Rucker Park, and this was Dykeman, right? This is Rucker, this is Dykeman. So we're moving up, right? It's moving, but then
Yeah, Kingdom.
no, but then we got Kingdom. Was always gonna be Kingdom, but then what happened was
The sponsors.
somebody named Shanethedribblemachine and Future started playing in Dykeman.
Indictment.
And then the crowd started coming. The crowd.
Yeah.
And then at that point, now we just met this guy. We got a young guy named I'll Be Right Back. And not only that, we hear about this kid from California named Larry, aka Bone Collector.
Yeah.
So now you got Future, Dribble Machine, I'll Be Right Back, High Octane, Bone Collector. So you got all of us on the scene. And now it's starting to get packed.
And there's a different energy with them Dominicans.
Yeah, Dominican
Yeah,
Power. It was
yeah.
our bro. So us against Dominican Power would bring out 2,000 people. And then from then it just started spiraled out of control. And then just the truth, Rucker Park, the big companies come get involved and it take away what made it, right? So what it mean is no smoking, no drinking. Like they took away so much part. Dykeman stayed where it was.
Yeah.
So the audacity of it transitioned to Rucker Park. I mean to Dykeman.
Yeah.
And once they got the momentum, they ran with it.
And they never went corporate.
Dykeman got Nike butt.
But I'm saying they never went corporate as far as like when you on NBA TV, as far as Rucker, there's a lot of shit you can't do. You can't. They don't need to see no smoke in the air. You can't be drinking nut
No,
crackers.
it ain't that. It's just a part that when you a guy like a Master Rob, I use other names, and you walk into this playground that you helped build, and somebody tell you can't get in, or you gotta wait.
That's some other
Killed,
shit.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
right to this day, as big as Dykeman is to this day, I can walk up and get right in. You know what I mean? And
That's dope as fuck.
And that's what I mean.
And the fucked up part about Philly is like we don't even have that presence no more. Like we don't have no summer leagues because Philly's just fucking the wild, wild west. You can't trust the young niggas. They a shootable park. Like this shit is not even. I can't even control it, and that shit is crazy for me. Like to not have that energy no more. Like,
you know
I
why,
can't control
right?
that at
You know
all.
why, right?
Cause they fucking crazy.
But you know why? Ever since the tour stopped, it's been a hope. When we was touring, the gang, I hate to say the gang violence went down. The gang bangers, you see, we just coming from Southside Park with the Southside Crips. Us. Right? Wait, let me just finish though. I don't think no other NBA player, anybody else, no rappers could do what we did.
Well, that been our shit forever. We always go somewhere that they won't go.
And that's what's been missing.
Yeah. Because I remember like when Bad Santa got on, he was like, yo, we got a free day. Let's go down. Can you go down Compton to Rogers Park? I don't know if y'all want to go. I said, I don't give a fuck. Say, what time? And went down there and the niggas was down like, yo, can't believe y'all came down here. I said,
we wanted y'all.
Where you at is not different from where I'm from. Like I don't think of basketball in that nature. I'm going to play ball. If you want to be gangster, then be gangster. Whatever happens after the court, happens after the court. That's just life in any fucking hood, from fucking Edenwald to fucking Mount Vernon to fucking Wichita, Kansas, Gary, Indiana, whatever the fuck that it may be. But basketball wise, nigga, I'm coming to play. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So I went down with Sandy. He was like, man, thanks for coming. I ain't know y'all. I'm from North Philly, nigga, with the F.
No,
N-O-R-F, not North.
And
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Crazy.
And the big thing is what we play. We don't play ball street. We play street ball.
Oh, yeah.
So when you hear that, it's some street in it.
And we ready
Yeah.
to compete. And you know what's crazy? I'm gonna give him his flowers right now, Juwan. I told Skip this before too, but for me not knowing how influential Shane was in that era before, because you understand Shane came in with the N1 shit later. Like
I was 32.
yeah, he was 32 already. So, but to know now that he was that good, that early, and the other shit he did from seeing film and shit like that, I want to let you know, I appreciate you, brother. I love you, and I you know, I ain't never said it, but like, he was good as shit, yo. Even though Sam can sell shit.
I seen
I got MVP
when,
that
when-
thing. We
hey,
did.
when I looked at a lot of those tapes, I know I, made up a lot of moves and stuff. I seen Shane do some of the stuff I was doing that I thought I made up, but I didn't know, you made some of that stuff up.
Stop,
Yeah,
man.
That is it? No,
But you did yours off instinct though. But I was
Yeah.
doing mine just trying to make up some stuff.
Pistol Pete tape.
Yes.
We all, so as ball handlers, we all grew up with imagination from
Farm
farm
crazy as shit.
to farm to AO. So it's called imagination,
Yeah.
when you.
That's one thing the kids don't got. They don't have no
So,
imagination like this.
So let me go with Farm. I met Farm. Farm was 15 years old in a night gym, bro. And
What?
in my neighborhood, never seen him before. Walk in. I'm Shanethedribblemachine. I'm Ice. They come out. I walk in. I got next when I walk in the gym. No matter who in there, I got next. No, I got next. Shorty.
Sure.
Hey, yo, look, Shorty. How old are you? I'm 15. My man, this is the 19 and over gym. It closed at 12 at night.
Right.
Midnight. What you doing in here? I got next. Shorty. Who are you? Where you from? Oh, nah, my buddy Cash. No, your eyes. Nah, he played me in house. He could go. I ain't no Farm. Farm played. I was like, oh shit, yo, Shorty, be here tomorrow. and that's how I relate. I was more thinking of like, man, yo, who's this young kid in here, man? He know where he at.
So watch this. Farm. When the first time you met me and Sauce? Please don't fuck it up, because I remember everything. When the first time, you don't remember?
That's a good question. Where we all
Coney
met.
Island.
Coney Island, Bro Day. So we at Bro Day. So like when Slice put us on the teams, we like, so Farm, so I'm like, Farm come down and do his shit, and then he go back. So I come down the court, I say, go again, little
Go
nigga.
again.
So he like, huh? Nigga, we is a back. So you understand, this is Riverbank Park game when Maine kicked the ball over the
Yeah.
fence. Me and Sauce went to fucking
Bro,
Coney Island playing the game.
That's the day when they shot.
Farm was there. So I'm like, no, go again. It was a little
So-
Spanish nigga.
So look,
what was his name?
No,
Little Spanish nigga.
that was Sebastian Telford.
No, that wasn't Sebastian Shuffle.
Yes,
No,
it was.
it's not.
Remember when Sauce when you fucked Sebastian up?
No, but that's not Sebastian gang.
Yeah,
The
but
first game.
I know you're talking about the Spanish kid.
Spanish kid.
Yeah,
Okay,
nice
yeah,
too.
yeah,
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 it's first
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's,
them
no,
up.
it's only
Yeah.
members only.
No,
Yeah,
you're right.
in
You're
Sauce
right.
that year we had
Right,
those.
right.
That's the first time. The next time is when we came back and then
And then
Sebastian.
Sebastian,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the one Marbury was before the one with the yellow.
Yeah.
Stephon Marbury, the one he was there.
He was there that game with the little Spanish
That was-
kid. When I
with
told
the
him,
yellow
he was
outfit?
like, I would get out of the
I
court.
had the
said,
red shirt on.
I said, get the fuck out of the court.
So this is when you stayed with me.
When y'all was in
That's
the
when
fucking,
you
y'all
didn't
went, to y'all went to that Dominican store or whatever the fuck
That's
that
when
was.
you didn't
So I was like,
leave,
where you going? I
yeah.
said, I'm going back to Philly, nigga. I'm getting right in this fucking car. I'm out.
You know what though? That's one thing
First
we
time I
had
seen
though
Farm.
is we spent the night at mad strangers' house.
Yo, we could have. This is crazy.
Yo,
We
no,
spent
no.
the night
So
at,
look,
yo, Katina,
Sauce-
we spent the night at
Sauce
mad.
about to leave.
We could have. This shit is
Just-
crazy.
Sauce is
I
just
swept
about
the
to
block
leave.
down.
Right. Sauce just about
Hold
to
on,
leave.
remember this? Remember we went to Boston. We about to fight.
Hold on.
And we
Hold
went to this.
on. The block is crazy. I'm talking about. It's about like 5,000 people out there. It's to a point where Sauce is walking, like his man is just pushing him through the crowd, right? And we go in the store. I said, why the hell we going here? We need to get in the car. We get in the car. Sauce like, yo, I'm not trying to leave. I said, well, come to my house. He was like, for what? I come to your house? I said, yeah. 'Cause my mom don't care. He's like, hey, Mark, I'm going to stay in New York. He's like, for real? I said, yeah. Came to my crib. It was like 3 days. I said, Sauce, you leaving? He's like, nah.
He's just out of Jersey with Maine.
I said, all right.
I was
it was
Rocky.
like a week.
I was like, Rocky.
Yeah, it was
Let's
like
do
a
some
week.
duck-
I'm like, yo, Sauce, you leaving? He's like, no, I'm just staying a couple more days. I was like, fuck it. You just got my bed.
It's just a rule back then. When
Yeah.
Sauce come around, how'd your
Everything out the-
cousin?
yeah,
Yo, so look, he started trying to
Everything
talk to
out
my
the fucking
cousin, my
window.
niece too, though. Like,
Yeah, this
so
my
but
cousin,
look,
you
though.
got Sauce?
Hold
Get
on.
off me, man.
That was my first time.
The Ray
Sauce,
Charles
look.
handshake.
Hey, yo, Sauce, my first time flying was
My
going
crib.
back with him. He stayed with me. I was like, nah, I'm going back to Atlanta with you. He ain't know I never flew before. He's like, yeah, come on. I get on the plane. I'm like, yo.
My first time going to
Yo.
Atlanta.
He was like, what? I said, yo, what's about to happen? He said, you never got on the plane? I was like, hell no.
Oh, that we were sitting beside each
Yo, I said, yo,
We was
man.
on some- I
I
ain't
kept
gonna lie.
looking at him. I'm like, yo, bro, you not nervous?
Yeah,
He's like, what? Nah.
we've been on
Put his
bullshit for a long
headphones
time.
on.
You remember the Boston shit?
Man,
When niggas were about to pull the guns out? This is the first one. We ain't have games.
That's what
But you
we
remember
got
what
the
happened?
baseball bats.
When Maine knew the fat white girl and we went to her house and took showers. We was in the fucking Boston
Yo,
like
yo.
Southie, like what's
Nah,
what's the white boy that's like this shit
Yo, we
just
pulled up
died.
on Shorty crib.
We in the Boston somewhere
I
we ain't supposed
called
to be.
them on the way to the
Paul-
club.
yeah. Went to
Yo,
went
can we
to
take a
went to
shower
her
in your
took
house?
showers.
They called all his friends. Yo,
Oh, my
yo, the
God.
N1 crew, they taking showers in my house.
Motherfuckers is outside. Come outside like, yeah, I think we about to die. Like, what the fuck is going on? But that's how fucking intense it was for us and where we would be. We were just some street
That's what
kids that would. Well, we felt
I used to
comfortable
get-
everywhere.
I
Like
used to get-
everywhere.
That's
Exactly.
what separates for the NBA players.
Hey, I got one for
You
you.
can touch us. We're eat with you.
So I go to Memphis, me and Chris Hightower, to interview what was that tape? The Jason Williams tape when him. So I go to interview him, but you know, like Eddie is from Florida, but he went to Temple. So my man is down there, Levan. So he like, I'm like, yo, once I interview Jason Williams, we out. He like, out where? I'm like, outside. He like, man, Memphis corny as shit. But he with Eddie Jones, so it's like Eddie don't move around the way we move. I said, dog, Chris. I said, where you at? He said, I'm like 30 minutes away. I said, Chris, can you get him a hotel? Chris said, yeah, I got it. We go to the Memphis, so we stayed there like 3 days. So like the third day he went back. We go to the game. We in the middle of the game. I mean, after the game. Eddie said, what you do to Black? I said, what you mean what I do to Black? He's like, man, he's about you had him everywhere. You had the most fun ever. Fuck you. Hey, yo, better than you. I'm like, because I can move around differently than you can in these situations like Memphis. Like, man, Black was out like, I didn't know Memphis was that. I said, nigga, Memphis? There's so many like, it's, apologize. Hold on, where's she at? I'm not talking about this life. I'm talking about,
Chick number 17. Hey, yo.
so you can see that. So she can see it. Just in
It
case y'all
doesn't
film.
matter, man.
Yeah. Nigga, you married? Fuck out of here.
No, I'm saying that
I'm trying to
came
get married.
around, though. We ain't gotta
Yeah.
talk about
So
that
at
shit.
like you're saying shit,
That many girls?
we can move around.
We
What?
had that many girls?
They just loved us, man.
Can I tell you a
Yeah,
story?
girls, yeah.
Sauce, can I tell you the story? No, I ain't gonna tell you the story.
I was just trying shit. I was just the little shit, the cutting shirt up, you know, the tassels and stuff like
I
that.
forgot about that.
I was just trying shit, and next thing you know, the following year, every kid in the world had them things on, man. I wasn't trying to trend, you know, be trending or whatever.
My shit for Sauce was like, Sauce be like,
I did that at 12.
yo, how much we get fined for certain shit? Sauce be like, they be like, oh, it's 250 for that. Sauce be like, here goes 2,000. I ain't gonna make it like 10 of them.
So,
He would pay his
So-
fines in advance.
so for me being the oldest one, I felt I was the trendsetter. Because most of these guys, I was doing stuff that I seen before. That they're cutting the sleeves. That was like the bandanas. I got that from D Ferg for playing in the same
Okay.
game. Like before Joel Santana. That was the thing. The same game you were wear like anywhere you wanted. I came in the drug dealer era.
But-
So they were
yeah,
buy the
yeah.
bandanas. They were buy the Olafs. They were right. They were buy the new. They weren't buy the ball sneakers. They were buy the. They were if they were buy the LeBrons. It
One
was-
sleeve cut,
yeah,
the
real
other
cut.
one leave like
They buy it like that. You know what I mean? Shirt King was out where you get your name on your shirt. So we're on the lamp line. Like you have this on, but you have another shirt on top of it.
On top
They
of it,
see
yep,
you cut
yep.
your name on your name written over the bandana. So I just was like, man, everything I saw, I just brought it with me.
Yeah.
Like when AO came, AO first came,
long socks.
The long socks with the long socks.
I ain't gonna lie.
But wait, not only that,
Ayo turned me on to white socks, man.
but not only that, so me and Ayo, so Ayo came, it was the jewelry thing, right? Before we had jewelry. Ayo came with
The techno.
I don't know if your man changed.
Oh yeah, Somerset chains.
Yeah,
my
like,
youngins,
like-
they were drug dealers. They had
Like,
bought
so
all
we
these
all-
chains.
We all wear like that. So Ayo would come
We was
with the blockchain from his block.
Chain, yeah.
So that was the influence. So we was really doing at that point.
So, you funny as shit. We
everything
stay
was
fucking
on the
mode.
I
You like,
I said, yo, don't wear that chain, bro. Remember I see you with that
you
chain? I
said,
said, yo,
we gonna really get locked. We gonna really get
gonna
robbed.
locked up. You gonna get us
Hold
robbed
on.
with that
Guess who was
chain.
there that day? We ain't know him. I mean, he was the shit after that. Rich Boy.
Oh, Rich Boy.
But no, that was his. So Rich Boy got dope 3 years later. But the time we was in Mobile doing that other game shit, like the regular games we just do, that was him performing. That was Rich Boy.
So that's what I'm
Shane,
saying.
somebody don't wear that chain now. I'm like, man, fuck that. They got robbed.
So
Me.
we influenced that.
Okay, Farm, give me your perspective. I know we was talking yesterday.
Pharmacist.
I see you give out shoes and clothes.
Yeah, that's just me. Yeah, I just give out stuff all the time. I don't care about it. So it's like,
Shout out.
So hold on, that wasn't me.
no, I'm talking about what I do.
Okay.
I'm not talking about what you do. I'm talking
This
about what I
is
do.
why you my man, Farm.
So yeah, I like to just give to the people that need it more.
And for me, it's more like that Mohawk shit was dumb, but I got to New Orleans and I was like, Esther's on shit like, yo, I miss Flash, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, I'm about to go to the ball head for Flash. She was like, the fuck is that gonna do? I'm like, all right. So I went to a barbershop right on. I was like, yo, you know how to make a Mr. T? Farm, remember? He was like, you know how to make Mr. T? He was like, what you mean? I said, like, cut all this shit off and they had a strip. And I walked back to the hotel and I'm seeing it was Farm, S, Prime, and I. And I walked in there. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, man, I don't know, man. I just got it. But when the builder was like, after the fact, we got off tour and then Aaron.
That was the dumbest. Wait.
Yes,
that
it
was
was
the
dumb as
dumbest.
shit.
Wait.
Yes.
That was the dumbest haircut I ever seen. But
When I got back,
wait. But now I'm gonna go back to his segment. But for some odd reason, all the chicks was
why are we doing this? I don't know.
they love Ayo Mohawk.
I ain't gonna lie, bitch was licking the shot of my head.
Him and Puffy had the same mohawk.
Yeah.
Not no face. It was
Him and
bald.
Puff had the
It
same
wasn't straight.
mohawk.
Yo, one of my
Bald.
chicks, I think one of my chicks left me and told me
Don't
she
do
liked the
that. Don't do that.
I like the mohawk.
We're
I
not
was
doing. We're
like,
not doing this shit.
this motherfucker, this.
Him
So
and Puffy
Shane
had
used
the
to fuck
same
my
I was
Lonzo
about to
chick.
get a mohawk.
Remember you was fucking my Louisville chick? Yeah.
Which one?
What?
Cut.
Only had one.
Cut.
But you ain't, if it's not my Louis, the one you liked it? That was mine?
So I took it.
Wait, hold up, Q. Yeah, feel like I'm at the tippy top of the